Welcome back to the Global News Relay. I'm Juan Avila.
And I'm Courtney Rogers.
Let's go to the University of Alabama.
Joining us by Skype is Taylor Walton and Professor Chandra Clark. How are we doing today, guys?
Great.
Awesome. Well, it's good to see you guys. I'm really excited to be putting some faces to some names after these long few months. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the stories you guys been working on for the Global News Relay.
Our class, it's a new media class, so all of the students in there, we just had a assignment where we had to do packages and find like different things going on within our community. And we all just found different stories, and based on that, we picked like which ones really fit solution journalism and put them all into that newscast that you guys have seen. So I think it turned out really well.
That's awesome. So, I mean, the point of our solutions journalism is to really connect our communities together. That's the point of connecting with other people from around the world and, I mean, just in the United States here. How do you think that this can apply not only to us, but to people around the world?
Well, I think there's good people doing great things all around the world and in our communities, and sometimes they just aren't recognized very well. And so a lot of our students took the challenge to try to find some people and some organizations that normally just do not get a lot of publicity.
What kind of organizations are those?
We have features on Habitat for Humanity, Prodigal Pottery, someone who's helping women with domestic abuse. And then we also have a feature about our West Alabama Food Bank and other organizations like High Socks for Hope, who helps veterans in our country get back on their feet.
That's incredible.
So going back to, you guys said your program is brand new. How are students doing with getting all the stories together?
I think it might have been a challenge for some students, but at the end, I really think it all turned out really well. Everyone really worked hard on the assignment, and then how it all just came together for the Global News Relay. So I think it turned out really well.
And I know you guys been involved with the Global News Relay for several years. Tell me, how are you guys doing with it?
We really enjoy it. Every year it's been a little bit different for us. Normally it's part of a producing class. This year we didn't have the producing class, so I was able to incorporate it into our new media class as a different exercise to teach students more about producing and how that kind of works to plan out a show and how do you pick your content and kind of rank what's best and what should go at the top of the show and what should go in the middle and continue to have some continuity on a certain topic.
Awesome. And Taylor, I mean, what do you want to do when you graduate? How are you going to apply this to your future career?
Ultimately, I really want to go into more so on the entertainment side, and I'm also hosting if I can, just kind of dibble and dabble here and there. But yeah, when I heard about this, the Global News Relay, I immediately, emailed Dr. Clark and wanted to anchor it. And so I was glad that I had the opportunity to do that and just get more practice. It was actually my first time, really anchoring that kind of newscast like that. So.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We're looking forward to seeing your stories, and we've been talking with Dr. Chandra Clark from the University of Alabama.
Now, here are the stories they've been working on for the Global News Relay Solutions Journalism.
Good afternoon, I'm Bethany Miller.
And I'm Taylor Walton.
Finding solutions to issues in your community is sometimes found right next door.
For the Global News Relay, we covered stories in West Alabama that impact different age groups and people who need more help than your average citizen.
We start our newscast in the classrooms of Tuscaloosa City Schools. As in many situations, it's difficult to give each student plenty of attention when you have more than 20.
That's why the University of Alabama's Miranda Carter found some unique teachers who are taking time out of their retired lifestyle to help the younger generation. She joins us now live in the studio with more on how this is making life easier for teachers and students. Miranda?
Thanks, Taylor. Most grandparents may only visit students for special events. However, when I visited Central Elementary School, they were more involved than your usual grandparent.
She eats meal on bread and pizza.
Reading aloud is one of the ways these first graders at Central Elementary School are improving their reading and writing skills. Foster grandparent Alberta White is there to help motivate them.
The pink
Park.
part.
Wow. He finally got it. And I was happy. He was happy too. And you should have seen the look on his face.
The Foster Grandparent Program is a program sponsored by Focus on Senior Citizens in Tuscaloosa. The nonprofit provides 9 schools with grandparents in each of the kindergarten through 2nd grade classrooms. The grandparents age 55 and older work with students daily from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
When I get through to one, I know it. You know, as long as I'm not getting through, I just keep till I try different techniques with the child until I get through to him.
With over 18 years of volunteer experience, Alberta is viewed as a superhero for teachers as well as the students.
It's like Batman and Robin. You know, we're just a team. We make it work, so I love having her here. And the students, they enjoy her as well.
Many of the foster grandparents here at Central Elementary are not only helping the children with things like spelling and reading, but are also here for emotional support. Some of the children unfortunately don't have an elder figure in their lives, but thanks to this program, they can still build a grandparent relationship.
You have to like children if you're going to do this.
For students like Summer, Alberta makes going to school the highlight of her day.
We always have fun.
And that experience and relationship will continue to develop and make a difference in these classrooms.
The Foster Grandparents Program hopes to expand its classroom's reach to students grades kindergarten through 5th grade. For more information on how to volunteer, visit the Focus on Senior Citizens office at 3801 Loop Road in Tuscaloosa. For the University of Alabama, I'm Miranda Carter reporting. Back to you, Bethany.
Mind Changers is not new to the Tuscaloosa community, but what they are doing in Paul W. Bryan High School is. The goal of the nonprofit Mind Changers is to bridge the gap between home and school for high school students. Rodney Pelt is the founder, and his goal is to discuss daily life lessons and behavioral strategies that help students make good choices. Pelt and his team of mentors are resources of motivation and inspiration for teachers, parents, and students.
What we do, we try to bridge the gap between home and school. Even though we're at school, we try to bridge the gap mentally so they can know to make good decisions and positive choices that'll take them between 3:30 and 8:15 the next morning.
Mind Changers has helped me because it helps me like stay focused in school and actually push myself to get good grades.
Right now, Mind Changers has mentors and initiatives in 10 local schools. Volunteers also provide an after-school mentoring program at the Benjamin Barnes YMCA and an after-school enrichment program each week at the McDonald Hughes Center in Tuscaloosa.
A study from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation shows that 9 of the 11 most obese states are in the South. Alabama ties with West Virginia and Mississippi as the 3 states with the 2nd highest rate of adult obesity. Reporter Shelby Ballantyne shows you how a project is partnering with Tuscaloosa schools to promote healthy living before bad habits start.
These kindergartners at Verner Elementary are learning more than their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. The hands-on skill of learning how to grow a garden is beneficial in more ways than one.
I think my favorite part is seeing all the connections that we can make in the garden, the things that they're learning in the classroom. All right, so we're counting with the kindergartners, we're working on area with 3rd grade, and they get to do a lot of writing, so there's language arts that's embedded in the curriculum as well.
The nonprofit Druid City Garden Project focuses on creating a more vibrant food system within our area schools. Children ages 5 through 11 take advantage of learning basic food nutrition by growing their own fruits and vegetables and taking a break from the classroom.
It's been cool to be here for a whole growing season and watch things go from planting into the grow cart and then into the ground, and then eventually they'll harvest and sell at the farm stand.
This unique experience covers core curriculum in science, math, and language arts.
So it can be jumping off points for their language arts, where they can write stories about insects that are living in the garden, or there's so many different writing prompts that you could use.
Miss Ball's kindergarten class was not very happy to see bugs eating their produce.
I'm gonna kill the bugs!
Once the produce is ready to be harvested, students are left finding strawberries like these that they will then sell to the community.
Each class has a couple different vegetables that they're growing, and they will get to do some type of taste test with them. They may actually do a cooking lesson, or they may taste them raw.
There are currently 10 local schools partnering with the Druid City Garden Project. Each class visits the garden twice a month to check the growth of their produce. For the University of Alabama, I'm Shelby Ballantyne reporting.
Homelessness in Tuscaloosa County is a problem one ministry is making sure people don't ignore. At least 400 people are without shelter on any given night. The University of Alabama's Erica Taylor joins us live with more on how the couple is trying to involve the community in solving the problem, one bag at a time. Erica?
Jennifer and Patrick Champion started the Find Hope Here project as an idea in 2013. Now they're looking to build a home meant for plenty of people to help them. Their mission is to provide hope for those by distributing bags and buckets full of necessities. Each bag or bucket is filled with hygiene items, first aid kits, and clothing. The Champions are also organizing events to raise money for their next project. Their goal is to build the first of 12 mission centers in West End. The center will feature a food pantry and a clothing closet to serve that community. The outreach of the project is possible through the volunteers.
I love it. I love helping people, and I do feel like we have such a great need for this service in our community, and there's so many homeless people that have so many needs out there, so I'm really excited about helping get this off the ground and, reaching out to our community as a whole.
The Champions and volunteers like Ginger Fisher are working on meeting immediate goals with bags, buckets, and centers. Another long-term goal is to build a homeless shelter in Northport by the year of 2020. Back to you.
Nearly 70,000 people who live in West Alabama live in poverty. While there are various state and federal programs, many still struggle to put food on the table for their family. The West Alabama Food Bank operates as a distribution center. People from all over the area can shop in the market on the premises. Fully stocked trucks bring food every day to the bank that is sorted and distributed and sent out to various groups around West Alabama. From senior centers to daycare facilities, the West Alabama Food Bank is making sure the food is in the hands of those who need it most.
We have currently 95 agencies that we partner with to help distribute the food to the individuals. That means we are the food source for those agencies, such as the Salvation Army, the Phoenix House, Meals on Wheels, things like that, the soup kitchen, where they get their food.
The food bank depends on volunteers who provide crucial manpower. It serves Bibb, Fayette, Greene, Hale, Lamar, Marion, Pickens, Sumter, and Tuscaloosa counties. Last year, the food bank helped distribute more than 1 million pounds of food.
Some local children are overcoming disabilities with the help of some horses who are now considered part of their family. Jenna Rose Alder shows how some graceful animals are helping with different forms of therapy.
10-year-old Jamaria Hughes spends his Saturday mornings helping groom, saddle, and ride his special friend named Reed.
Well, brushing them and riding them and making me as responsible and making me as a good person.
Jamaria suffers from severe ADHD and social anxiety. His relationship with Reed helps him feel comfortable and teaches him confidence. Here at Therapeutic Riding of Tuscaloosa, known as Trot, parents of children like Jamaria say they see tremendous growth through horseback riding.
She experiences so much anxiety throughout every day, getting dressed, school, anything. She can come here and you can just see how much she enjoys it and how she relaxes.
Along with horseback riding lessons, director Melanie Williams has developed a method to keep the children accountable not only here at the barn, but also at home.
You still have to sweep.
The children keep a notebook with assigned tasks for home, such as helping with dishes, pets, or simply getting to bed on time. With each task completed, they receive a sticker getting them one step closer to the goal of the prize box.
So then next week, we start over.
The notebook program is helpful not only for the students but also for the parents.
Trot provides a unique learning experience with a horse companion these children will never forget. Volunteers hope that love will help them continue to conquer the challenges they face every day.
Trot is a nonprofit organization with a goal to provide help to anyone in need for no charge. To help make a difference, visit trotusa.org.
The CrossFit culture started spreading across the country more than 15 years ago, and to many it brings to mind dedication to fitness and body. At one local gym, Power Hour is bringing new meaning to people of all levels of abilities. Reporter Rebecca Nesbitt shows you how CrossFit Candor is using its workout program to impact the special needs community.
16-year-old Hank Poor is the face of dedication. He completed 2 half marathons in the past month. This would be an extraordinary accomplishment for anyone, but Hank inspires others by doing all of this while restricted to a wheelchair.
Hank Poor's laugh says it all for him. Pure joy is found at Power Hour. The weekly workout at CrossFit Candor is customized for any athlete who walks or rolls through the door.
My goal for Hank is always to be not in the special needs community, but to be part of the community.
CrossFit regulars volunteered their time to coach these athletes at no cost to the families. One of those volunteers, Jake Pope, has trained Hank for the last 2 years.
These kids can do more than you think they can. And it's just people to love them and people to give them time, and that's all they need.
While most people use every excuse in the book, Hank lays aside any reason to not perform to the standard of other CrossFit athletes.
I mean, there's not a harder worker than Hank, I don't think. And, you know, if you're going to raise the bar, he's going to try to meet it.
Hank's coach knows this to be true, which is why Hank is offered special incentives. When the standard is set, Hank rises to the occasion.
Recently, Jake had issued a challenge to Hank that if he could do a certain number of burpees in a certain amount of time, he would take him out in his monster truck.
That next week it was like 2:15, and I was like, dude, what's going on? Next week was under 2 minutes. And so to see somebody push himself so hard and reach goals, it's amazing.
That effort is proof you shouldn't let a physical disability fool you. Power Hour focuses on the strengths of every single athlete.
Power Hour athletes are welcome to compete in the CrossFit Open over a 5-week span. Workout times are recorded and compared to other athletes around the world. Reporting for the University of Alabama, I'm Rebecca Nesbitt reporting.
It's not hard to take athletic abilities for granted when you live in a town nicknamed after its championships. Reporter Madison Newell introduces you to athletes who play at a different level but perform at the top of their game.
The familiar sound of a squeaky gym floor means something different to everyone. For Roderick Patton and R.J. Nealon, it means family.
We are brothers. You got to feel, get to know one another. You do know one another. That makes you your brother.
Ivan Bailey is the man behind the Brotherhood. Bailey is a student at the University of Alabama and the president of Special Olympics UA. The program unites athletes with and without intellectual disabilities and puts them on the same playing field.
It's a lot of fun, basically, to show they're just like us. They just need a little help, love, and care in certain areas.
The program has allowed the team to travel to places like Ole Miss, Ohio State, and Auburn University. Some athletes, including Roderick, were part of the team that won gold at the 2015 World Games in Los Angeles. Though victory is sweet, athletes are getting more than just medals out of the experience. For athletes like RJ and Roderick, Special Olympics is about more than getting this ball into that one. It's an opportunity to travel, make new friends, practice the sport they love, and boost self-confidence.
I was a new kid, and the first day they welcomed me in, and now I hang out with some of them outside of Special Olympics.
In addition to building relationships, scoring and being part of a team helps athletes feel personal success.
It feels good.
Are you excited?
Yep.
Are you proud?
Yep.
When you're playing with this team, it's hard not to turn your game face into a smile. For the University of Alabama, I'm Madison Newell.
The team will hold scrimmages every Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Rec Center to prepare for a game against Ole Miss set for April 2nd. The athletes say they always appreciate their fans and any support.
When Alabama natives Millard and Linda Fuller started Habitat for Humanity, they dreamed of neighbors building low-cost housing. Since the international program started growing in Tuscaloosa, there's now more than 100 homes built under the leadership of the nonprofit. College students from the University of Alabama are a major player in the partnership and a constant source of manpower. Many Greek organizations took part in the home building process since a tornado destroyed or damaged over 5,300 homes on April 27, 2011. Now, Habitat of Tuscaloosa is building its 116th home for Allison Hendricks. Volunteers are excited about the opportunity to help.
That I've never really had a struggle with, so like being able to give someone else like something I've always had, that's a core part of like who I am, it's a great feeling.
Allison Hendricks is expected to move into her new home at the end of April. It will be dedicated in connection with the 6-year anniversary of the F4 tornado that killed 52 people in Tuscaloosa on April 27, 2011.
The Hail Empowerment and Revitalization Organization in Greensboro is better known as the HERO program. The staff provides short-term solutions for the community's needs. They offer free classes like QuickBooks and cooking classes in their fully furnished kitchen. One initiative called Youth Build helps high school graduates prepare for a career while helping them understand that hard work pays off.
Me to know how a real job is, like how to clock in, clock out.
People help themselves because we really try to focus on empowerment rather than entitlement programs.
HERO's goal is to end poverty in Alabama's Black Belt. To volunteer or learn more about how you can get involved year-round, go to herohousing.org.
Following Tuscaloosa's devastating tornado that destroyed 12% of the city in 2011, Wings of Grace formed to meet the community's needs. They haven't stopped and say they won't. Reporter Taylor Newman joins us now live with more on their situation. Taylor?
Wings of Grace started out of that major disaster for our city. That's when they knew they had to do something. Church members and volunteers with Forest Lake Baptist Church are looking for a new home, and time is running out. The Tuscaloosa City Planning and Zoning Commission is forcing them to move out of the residential area of Forest Lake because they are in a mobile home. Wings of Grace relies on donations of all kinds year-round. The group gives away everything from groceries to bed to books and even dress clothes. Wings of Grace partners with over 30 different groups in Tuscaloosa. Since last June, Wings of Grace has served over 13,000 people. Organizers say some people come on average 5 times a year and some weekly because they are just in need of a helping hand. That's why they are worried about their future location.
Thanks, Taylor, for that story. Many Alabama women suffer each year from abuse, whether from drugs or harmful relationships.
Reporter John Oakes shows you how one organization seeks to provide women a way out through creativity.
In the small town of Chelsea, one organization provides women with the opportunity for a fresh start by making pottery. The group is called Prodigal Pottery, and this small yellow house provides refuge from a troubled past.
I mean, almost all of my staff have experienced some sort of abuse, whether that be sexual abuse as children or domestic violence from a spouse or someone that's supposed to love them. So the one great thing about being here is that making pottery is inherently therapeutic.
At Prodigal Pottery, women are taught the necessary skills to make pottery. They learn how to roll, fold, and mold the clay into artistic designs that are sold in-store and online. Here at Prodigal Pottery, they do what is called slab pottery, which involves rolling out the clay just like this. Though these women might not be potters their whole life, the work they do here gives them a stable footing for the future. And more important than the work is the growth that comes from shared community.
Coming here to this program and being a part of all of this and being able to help other women that have been in the same situation, it really warms my heart. Like for me, it's a whole other ballgame because not only can I use my story for good, once I tell other people about my story, it loses its power over my life.
All of these women have come to this home looking to improve their lives. Many of them will find transformation in molding clay. Just like the clay that goes to the kiln, these women are looking to be stronger when they leave. For the University of Alabama, I'm John Oakes.
Some of us may take everyday household items for granted, but for homeless veterans, this isn't the case. Reporter Austin Kelly shows you how one organization is helping veterans start over in more ways than one.
Furniture and mattresses for homeless veterans are loaded up on this trailer, and now they're ready to go. It's all part of a mission by the nonprofit organization High Socks for Hope. They deliver and set up new furniture at Valor Grove apartment complex and other apartments in the community. Managing Director Judy Holland says the call came out of the blue.
We got a call from the VA, and they were building a building for veterans. And they realized after they built it, they could not use any of the grant money for personal items. And so they asked us, would we consider furnishing 50 apartments for homeless veterans?
With lots of donations and prayers, Holland made this happen. She wanted to ensure that homeless veterans had a clean place to sleep each night.
Like a lot of the veterans, when they're homeless, they'll go out and get a mattress out of the dumpster, and it's got bed bugs or whatever in it.
These beds, along with household item goodie baskets, are made so these homeless veterans will have all of the necessities.
Different boxes are made every day with items such as shower curtains and pans. High Socks for Hope wants to make sure that homeless veterans have what they need to eat, sleep, and bathe every day.
With the combined efforts of Jeff Hearn of the SD Allen Ministry, they've delivered 240 beds to people in the community over the last year.
Saturday, actually, we delivered to 13 families in Tuscaloosa who don't have any furniture, sleeping on the floor. Probably 4 or 5 kids in those deliveries didn't have beds and sleep on the floor. So.
But with continuous donations, High Socks for Hope can help these veterans and families one bed at a time. For the University of Alabama, I'm Austin Kelly reporting.
That's all of our time now for our segment here from the University of Alabama.
We hope you've enjoyed our reporter stories and solving issues here in the city of Tuscaloosa and West Alabama. From all of our crew here from the WVOA studios, have a great day.
Well, I absolutely love how they kind of come together as a community and really focus on the volunteerism there, whether it's, through the activism, through volunteering, or whether it's through gardening or the grandparents.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite stories were the grandparents as volunteers, and also the gardening with the children. It's really good, and it's really helpful, and it brings a lot of solutions to the community, and especially with
that was beautiful.
Kids. Yeah. Coming up on the Global News Relay, journalism students from Baylor University give us an inside look at the many nationwide protests that began following President Trump taking office.
Plus, how students and faculty from Texas State University helped provide health care to villages in Nicaragua.
And students at the University of North Alabama talk with professors who attend the Women's March in Washington, D.C.
Listen. That's a sound reserved for a select few. Because life doesn't just give out Pulitzers or championships. Greatness takes work, grit, perseverance. And this is only the beginning. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.